There is a world in our solar system where it rains diamonds. Not metaphorically, real carbon, crushed until it crystallizes, falling for thousands of kilometers through an ocean that shouldn't exist. And here's the part almost nobody knows. The diamonds aren't even the strangest thing down there. This is Neptune, the last planet. A world so far away that only one spacecraft in human history has ever seen it up close. For a few hours in 1989, and never again. By the end of this journey, you'll reach a place inside Neptune where the words solid and liquid stop meaning anything at all. But first, you have to survive the descent. From your ship, Neptune looks like the calmest place in the solar system. A serene, deep blue marble, glowing softly in a darkness where the sun is just a bright star. 900 times dimmer than the daylight you know. It looks peaceful. It looks still. It is neither. Drop into the cloud tops and you fall straight into the fastest winds ever measured on any planet. 2,100 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Winds that could tear a commercial jet apart like paper, on a planet that receives barely any sunlight to power them. That's the first mystery of the descent. Neptune shouldn't have the energy for this. And yet its storms outrun everything the sun-drenched planets can produce. The wind is only the doorman. What it's guarding sits a layer below, the darkest thing anyone has ever photographed on a planet. When Voyager 2 flew past in 1989, it photographed a storm the size of Earth, a rotating black void in the blue with white methane clouds racing around its edge like smoke around a hole in the world. Scientists called it the Great Dark Spot. 5 years later, when the Hubble telescope looked again, it was gone, vanished. And then new dark storms appeared, somewhere else entirely. Jupiter's Great Red Spot has raged for centuries. Neptune's storms are different. They're born, they wander, and they die within a few years, and no one fully understands why. Entire Earth-sized systems appearing and dissolving in the dark, with almost no one watching. Below the storms, the pressure begins to climb. And when pressure climbs far enough on Neptune, the atmosphere starts doing something no weather on Earth could ever do. It starts making diamonds. Thousands of kilometers down, the sky has become a hot, dense fluid. And here, methane begins to break apart. Pressure tears the carbon free, and that carbon is squeezed, atom by atom, into crystals, diamonds, forming in midair, falling like hail through a glowing haze. This isn't speculation. In 2017, scientists at Stanford's SLAC laboratory recreated these exact conditions, blasting carbon compounds with X-ray lasers at pressures matching Neptune's interior. Nanodiamonds formed almost instantly. Inside Neptune, with more carbon and millions of years, those diamonds may grow far larger, sinking slowly through the mantle for centuries before they settle. Picture it, a rainfall of gemstones falling in total darkness across a layer of the planet larger than the entire Earth. It has been raining like this for 4 billion years. But diamond rain needs heat, enormous heat. And that heat is the second mystery because it shouldn't be there at all. Neptune sits 4.5 billion kilometers from the Sun, 30 times farther than Earth. It should be a frozen, dead world. Instead, Neptune radiates more than twice the energy it receives. Something inside is generating heat, enough to drive supersonic winds, Earth-sized storms, and diamond rain, from a source no one has confirmed. Maybe it's leftover heat from the planet's violent birth, still leaking out after 4 billion years. Maybe it's the friction of all those diamonds sinking through the mantle like stones through honey. Maybe it's something we haven't thought of yet. Only one spacecraft has ever visited, A few hours of data, 37 years old. Every answer about Neptune's engine is still a guess. And that engine sits on top of the strangest layer of all, the one this whole journey has been descending toward. The answer to what's actually inside Neptune. Beneath the diamond rain, the pressure reaches millions of times Earth's atmosphere. And here, water does something impossible. It becomes Superionic ice. The oxygen atoms lock into a rigid crystal, solid, but the hydrogen atoms tear loose and flow through that crystal like a liquid. It is ice and ocean at the same time. Black, glowing hot, thousands of degrees, yet frozen into a lattice that will never melt. For decades, this was only theory. Then, in 2019, laboratories on Earth created Superionic ice for a fraction of a second and confirmed it's real. Inside Neptune, it may form a layer thousands of kilometers deep, wrapped around a rocky core about the mass of Earth. So what's actually inside Neptune? Not a surface, not an ocean, not ice, not the kind you know. A black, burning solid that flows. A state of matter that doesn't exist anywhere on Earth, holding a planet's worth of secrets in the dark, under a rain of diamonds, beneath the fastest winds in the solar system. The most alien thing about Neptune isn't on Neptune. It is Neptune. We've stood on worlds that crush you, freeze you, and seduce you. Neptune does something different. It hides. 4.5 billion kilometers away, wrapped in blue, keeping physics we can barely recreate for a fraction of a second. If you want to keep exploring worlds like this, subscribing genuinely helps this channel grow. Voyager saw this world for a few hours. And in the 37 years since, nothing has been back. No mission is on its way. Everything you just saw is still down there, wrapped in blue, waiting. This is Alien Depth Films.